Welcome back, and to Slough, where it's one Sikh against another from the two principal parties.
Mr. Speaker, if I decide to wear a turban or you decide to wear a cross...
It's between one Sikh and another in the election contest in Slough, just west of Heathrow. Sitting Labour MP Tan Dhesi faces a challenge principally from Kanwal Toor Gill from the Conservative Party. Tan Dhesi has faced criticism from many Indians that he has allied himself with anti-Indian groups, criticism that he took head-on at an election speech in a Gurdwara.
ਇਸ ਕਰਕੇ ਸੀ ਇਹ ਹੁਣ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਇਹ ਕੱਟੜਪੰਥੀ ਆ ਇਹ ਗੱਲਾਂ ਕਰ ਰਹੇ ਆ ਵੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਵਰਗੇ ਜਿਹੜਾ ਲੇਬਰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਆ ਉਹ ਐਂਟੀ ਇੰਡੀਆ ਐਂਟੀ ਹਿੰਦੂ ਆ ਸਰਾਸਰ ਬਕਵਾਸ
Dhesi was critical of what he called the RSS kind of groups. He declined the charge that the Labour Party is anti-Indian. Dhesi declined to speak with us, but we did have a word with Kanwal Gill. Kanwal, what takes you the Tory way?
What takes me the Tory way? Well, the Tory party, or the Conservative Party, as we all know, is for a strong economy, for hard-working people. We believe in strong values. We believe in giving opportunities to people so they become successful in life, and that is what defines me as a human being. So
but the Labour Party says much the same thing.
Not really. They believe more so, it seems, in punishing people who work very hard. I'm not a socialist at all. So no, I wouldn't really agree with that the Labour Party has sort of similar fundamental principles as such. But yes, the Conservative Party has principles which believe in hard work, like I said, in making people free in being able to achieve their dreams, helping them, facilitating them in achieving their dreams.
And will Brexit help that?
Of course it will.
In what way?
Well, the answer is very simple to that. The United Kingdom is a very large economy. Okay, we are a successful economy. We've got to believe in ourselves. We should not be in the shackles of the EU bloc. The world is our oyster, as they say. We've got to build relationships with India, with other countries, with Australia, with Canada, with America. There are opportunities galore. We've got to use those.
Have you been blocking those?
Well, we are the end givers. We have been feeding a lot of economies in the EU. We know where Greece went in terms of economy crisis. We know where Spain is. We know where Italy is. We know perhaps a lot of other countries in the EU bloc at this moment in time.
But if the UK were to trade with the EU, or let's say the rest of the EU, or the EU after Brexit on WTO terms,
yes,
could businesses here survive that?
Of course it will. Of course it will. We've got to have trust in ourselves. We were fine before the EU bloc, and we will be after the EU bloc has left us. Like I said, we are net givers. And I think more and more people of this country are realizing that we are not comfortable with that. We are very happy to have bilateral relationships and trade relationships with the entire world, but we will not continue to be in the shackles of the EU bloc and continue to provide their weak economies.
You know, we are in a constituency where your principal opponent from the Labour Party is also a Sikh. And we're not talking about a space where religion is a personal, separate space from the political life. We've had Mr. Dhesi speaking of Sikhism as part of his political campaign in a Gurdwara. Where do you see your personal faith in relation to the politics of this contest?
Look, first of all, I find this whole situation, which especially Mr. Dhesi has played up, very, very controversial. In a constituency like Slough, which is very multicultural, we should bring the communities together. And it is very important that we are very sensitive to the small nuances of people's feelings and etc. and their beliefs. For that matter, what is most important to me is what matters really to the entire constituency as such, which is controlling crime, a thriving economy, pro-businesses, a better high street, better education, better schools. It doesn't matter which background you come from.
Are you bringing your faith into this campaign?
Well, my faith is humanity. My faith is the people of Slough, that they thrive. My faith is...
Let's say defined Sikhism. Are you bringing up particularly and uniquely Sikh issues into your campaign?
Not really, I won't say that. Listen, of course I'm comfortable in Punjabi and Hindi for that matter. So of course when you go and meet people in the Gurdwaras or in the Mandirs, you're more comfortable because of the dialect. You understand them and they understand you. So of course that comfort is there. Having said that, I stand equally as much for the white communities, for the Christian communities as you might call them, for the Muslim communities, for the Sikh communities, for the Hindu communities, and all of them. Like I said, what matters to me is that each and every individual in my constituency gets a chance to have a successful life, no matter which religion, which country they originated from. They live in my constituency and I am responsible to look after them.
Would you consider that between your campaign and the Labour campaign, the Sikh identity is being interpreted differently?
Perhaps so, which is such a sad state of affairs if that is the case. I don't think we should be bringing religion. Well, come on. I mean, England is a multicultural country.
So would you deliver a political campaign speech within a Gurdwara?
I would, of course. Like I said, that is because of the language. But that is not to do with just the Sikh manifesto. When I go to a Gurdwara or when I go to the Mandir, in fact, I've been looking at opportunities to go to mosques as well. Or if I get an opportunity to go to the church or a high street or any other center, it is because you get a number of people coming into these institutions. So, your voice is heard by a number of people. So, you can talk about your manifesto, but it is not centered to only those particular set of a community of people. It is centered around controlling crime, like I said.
And finally, do you believe that the Tories have a good chance in this campaign?
Of course they do, absolutely. Look, it's very simple. The constituents of Slough voted to leave the EU in 2016. The only party that promises today that they are going to deliver Brexit is the Conservative Party. By that understanding, surely we have a very bright chance to win in Slough. Moreover, the despicable track record of Labour, which they have shown in the last 15 years, they've been Slough, crime is increasing, like I keep saying, education is appalling, and all the other states of affairs, we stand a very good chance.
And we shall meet again, Kanwal, on the 12th or the 13th. Good luck with your campaign.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And in the end, let's not forget, it was the anniversary of 26/11. The 26/11 anniversary was marked in London with a candlelit procession from Hyde Park up to the Pakistani High Commission just off Sloane Street. Hundreds of Indian protesters demanded justice over those killings that has been denied. Placards and slogans sent home the message that Pakistan may look the other way, Indians will not.
26/11, what happened in Mumbai? It was a very serious terror attack by the Pakistani terrorists. We are just trying to make Pakistan aware that this is not on. They should desist from such activities.
Today is a very sad day for Mumbai and 243 innocent people killed. So we are protesting here in London outside the Pakistan embassy to make the word go to Pakistan that terrorism has to stop.
At the London School of Economics, another set of Indians listened to Adrian Levy recall vital developments on that fateful day. Levy is author of a book that reconstructs the experience of 68 hours of the seizure and siege of the Taj Hotel in Mumbai. We end on that note of remembrance and resolve. See you next weekend with another look at how the election is shaping up.